Grace and peace to you, siblings in Christ. Today I want to offer a brief video that might be played at an ad council meeting or a small group or in a study to first thank you and second encourage you as we run to the finish line related to payment of our full apportionments, our mission askings, our mission shared dollars this year. First, let me thank you. Every day we wake up, it seems there are new challenges facing the church. Yet you have prioritized the whole of us. You have gone the second mile and sacrificed. Thank you for your sacrifice and your apportionment payments. I want you to know that I am watching the use of our apportionments, and I'm watching over the good we can do together. John Wesley conceived a polity, an organizational process for the church, for Methodists, that shares for the good of the whole mission. We are in this mission together. When I played football and we practiced on the offensive line, we would hit a blocking sled, a big, heavy, padded metal wall that was movable, that helped us practice being impactful in our blocking together. And the people along that line knew who was giving their all and who were just going through the motions. I want you to know why I hit the sled hard for apportionments. When I heard a call to ministry, it was in the context of a loving church led by an experience of worship that engaged my whole self. I don't know who I would be or where I would be without an educated and equipped clergy pool. Our boards of ministry and district committees on ministry and laity convocations keep us all growing into an educated and equipped ministry. When I went before the church conference with my own candidacy, it was a district superintendent who lifted before the three-point charge, Concord, Johnson Creek, and Sullivan, that this was a sacred duty to hold the stewardship of my vocation before them. The superintendent came and represented a global church with local impact. When I went to seminary, there was a moment when, because I was a student pastor and I threw myself into pastoral ministry, that my grades dropped below the 90 average needed to maintain an academic scholarship. Don't tell my mother. I had 6 days to pay my bill, or I would be out. I was a student pastor, so I called my district superintendent. He could have let me go. But he called a wealthy and generous man he knew named Clint. And Clint paid the balance so I could stay in school. That was my district superintendent. His name was Dick Gibbons, and Clint, I never knew his last name. But they knew that United Methodists share for the good of the whole mission. As a lead pastor of a large church, I knew I needed to learn about anti-racism work in ways that I had not. I was leading people. I wanted to be sure my witness to Jesus made clear that racism is incompatible with Christian teaching. I sought the resources of GCOR, the General Commission on Religion and Race. Those resources expanded my understanding, allowed me to lead well, and changed my own practice of faith. When I was an assistant to the bishop, I needed the resources of COSRO, the Commission on the Status and Role of Women, to care for those who were survivors of clergy sexual abuse. I'm a better man because I learned from those resources and experiences of women. And I'm so grateful for our mission to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the what, for the why, for the transformation of the world. And I want to tell you, I am seized by this mission. We are not going through the motions for the mission. I hit the sled hard for apportionments because the ministry we do is transformational. I'm asking us to build systems that impact churches toward vitality and to live into our vocation as a church. It may be that the church hears its vocation anew in the coming months as we choose how to live in ways that love our neighbor as fully as we can. We have to live with grace enough that we can bear witness to Christ amid our differences and love the neighbors God has given us to love. I understand that we all have limits. We all have financial challenges. But I'll ask you to pray about this, to pray and consider that the church is going to be called to define itself away from fear and toward the grace and abundance of God. And I'll ask you to hit the sled hard with me and finish well with both conference and general church apportionments. It is good to hit the sled with you. Thank you for your good ministry. Grace and peace to you in the name of Christ.